That grabs your attention as soon as you walk out, that is for sure. So the crazy part of this, when you redid this, it's because a big tree fell from somewhere, right?
So there was a tree in the back corner, a huge pine tree. I used to have a pond here, so this whole sunken area was my koi pond. I had a stone bridge over it. It was beautiful.
Yes.
The tree fell, it rotted at the base, fell into the pond, and it wrecked everything. And all my fish ended up dying.
Basically, this is something you would see at a resort. You basically created a resort in your backyard. This is a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind custom creation. All products that you put in the past, but in a unique way. I mean, to incorporate a stacked slate sphere, the architectural walls, bottoms of stacked slate spheres that you cut out and create more just, you know.
It's really just three products here. There's this is that original waterfall that fed that pond. And it looks great. I mean, for being 21, 22 years old, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, Chloe's getting along pretty good too. Amazing. Welcome to living the Aquascape lifestyle. I'm ready. Finally make it to your house.
All right, Greg, so we did this 2 years ago, right?
I remember this.
First installed the backyard, so let's go see what it looks like now.
That grabs your attention as soon as you walk out, that is for sure. Chloe. Yeah. So the crazy part of this, when you redid this, it's because a big tree fell from somewhere, right?
So there was a tree in the back corner, a huge pine tree. I used to have a pond here, so this whole sunken area was my koi pond. I had a stone bridge over it. There was a deck that cantilevered over the edge of the pond, big wetland filtered stream. It was beautiful.
Yes.
The tree fell, it rotted at the base, fell into the pond, and it wrecked everything. Pretty much destroyed the whole pond, cracked the bridge, and all my fish ended up dying. So we were starting from scratch. So when we were talking about maybe redoing the pond, my sons were like, you know, Dad, we want more space to hang out with our friends. There was a lot of pond back here.
Well, you went with the fountains, and then you got more patio space, and you know, this bar out here and everything else that we had a great party at last night with your crew. And then it's basically, it just also draws you around. I mean, you got a lot of intricate work here. It wasn't something that you would typically see in a backyard, but it certainly creates the ambiance and the scale.
I remember how many hours we spent out. It took us 20 days to build this.
Yeah.
And we were out here till all hours of the night working under tents in the rain because you were coming, right? Those are Aquascape prototype spheres. Those aren't even
the very first ones.
So those are the first ones. I saw you. I'm like, Greg, you're coming out. Send me those spheres. I want to put them in my house. So I had to get these things done before you showed up. We worked until that morning when you came in to get the backyard done.
I love it. So now you've been living with it for a while. Basically, this is something you would see at a resort. You basically created a resort in your backyard.
So that window right there, I actually moved my desk to work at that window because now I can look. It's got a high desk and see outside.
Right.
And I see the fountainscape. I really like to look at it. There's so much work that went into it. I appreciate the art of water feature building, and that's what that represents for me.
Right. This is a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind custom creation. All products that you put in the past, but in a unique way. I mean, to incorporate a stacked slate sphere, the architectural walls, bottoms of stacked slate spheres that you cut out and create more just, you know.
It's really just three products here. There's the urn, there's the walls, and there's the bowls.
The bowls, yep.
This is how we use them. We cut them up into pieces, we turn them into their own independent water features. And there's a lot going on here, different styles. So you've got all that heavy water flow coming off of here, running down the wall, a lot of white water, but you got super clean, like really nice, neat waterfalls coming out of the bowl. So
and this is a really cool effect too, just to carve the patio out, put a little splash pad down there.
What's cool, you can see there's a light inside there. At nighttime when you're looking from the house, all you see is those ribbons of water lit up.
At night this is a incredible place. You got the fire pit out here, you got all the lights with all of the different water features. This is a whole different environment at nighttime.
Nighttime is my favorite time out here.
Yeah.
Because you get the fire pit going, you get all the lighting going, and you're just kind of down in it and chill. Route 80, which is a major interstate, is only like right through the woods there.
But you couldn't hear it.
I got Route 46, which is another main thoroughfare right there. So I'm surrounded by highways, but when you're here, do you hear a thing? I don't.
Nothing. I hear this. I hear the sound of the water feature.
So when all that happened with the tree and the backyard was totally wrecked, there was nothing running back here. Even once we got the tree cleaned up, we didn't come back here because it was there was nothing.
There's nothing to go
there was
to.
no ambient sound. There was no reason to come out. So once we got everything fired back up, it made such a big difference, and now we start using the backyard again. Moss is probably one of the easiest but best things to use to give a water feature that natural look. All we did here was, so I wanted to have moss coming down, just kind of blurring the line between the two bowls so you didn't see where the bottom of the bowl was or where the top of this one was. So I just actually foamed all this with the waterfall foam and put the moss right on it. We've got a nice shady area here. We've got moisture obviously from the water. So those two things are a great environment for moss, and it attaches to almost anything.
Right.
So it'll grow, I mean, it grows right on rocks, obviously. So what's to say it won't grow on the side of a bowl or on the foam? So you just find a substance for it to cling to, it roots in, and then it just takes off. And you can see how it just starts to spread out.
But I think the very first water feature was the pondless waterfall you put in over here, right? Yeah, let's walk over there. So what size is this yard for people that are wondering?
So this backyard is like 35, 38 feet deep by 65 feet wide.
So a 35 by 65 foot yard. And the thing about a water feature and different elevation changes like Jaak has done here is it makes it feel so much bigger. In fact, your neighbor's yard is the same size as yours, right?
No, my brother's yard's bigger.
Okay, so it's his brother that lives next door. He must be a masochist. Look at the difference. This yard's actually bigger than yours?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this yard is bigger and it doesn't feel bigger because there's not a lot going on. They got a pool in, they got a little shed back here, they got a swing set for the kids, and then grass. But then look at this yard. I mean, this is just
set back further. With the elevations, like I love to be able to create elevations because we don't have a big backyard here. So the only way to make it feel bigger is to go up or down with it. So creating those spaces, when you think about it, if you have people over, you're not gonna have 30 people sitting around one table. I mean, in our family, we'd never hear a conversation. You'd all be yelling over each other. So when you create those little areas that people can kind of click together and find a couple friends here, we must have 6 or 8 spots in this small backyard for people to congregate and have conversation. And the water features separate the sound. So if there's a conversation up here with the water feature there, I can't hear what they're saying down here and vice versa.
Right, right. Yeah, we just sat around the fire pit last night and had dinner over there, and I walked and sat here for a little bit as well.
Yeah, so the fire pit was a must-have for my sons. They're like, Dad, you better put a fire pit in. Hang out. And our house is the house everybody comes to.
Yeah, teenage boys, yep.
So we put the fire pit in. That thing is never without fire in it. Okay, before I show you this other waterfall here, if you guys want to see a construction video about how this whole backyard came together, click the link right here and check it out. Over here, imagine this used to be all elevated with a wall about 2 feet up. This whole space was raised up and there was a pond here. That was the first thing I built right as soon as the house went up. So we started this house in '99. I'd say probably 2000 I put a pond in.
Long time ago.
And it stayed like that for quite a while. You know, I had patios and stuff like that, and that was our first addition of the backyard. This is that original waterfall that fed that pond. When we got into doing the whole renovation the second time, I liked the waterfall just because it was already built in. We had this giant maple tree here, and I didn't want to go through the pains of ripping everything out, so I just converted the waterfall into a pondless waterfall. When we took the pond out, I dug, put a reservoir in, got aqua blocks in it, so now the water just recirculates from here back up to the top. And it looks great. I mean, for being 21, 22 years old, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, Chloe's getting along pretty good too. Amazing. So really you've converted your yard and made it a complete entertainment area.
Yeah, my favorite part about the backyard now is that my family actually uses it. My sons use it all the time. We'll come out here as a family and sit by the fire pit or have a meal out here. So the fact that we've got more sitting areas, but we were still able to incorporate all these custom water features, it just fits our lifestyle. Actually, I love hanging out back there.
Right, and so do I. And that's why I say I love my job. Hey, if you guys are interested in living the aquascape lifestyle yourself, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor by you.